heroes. That's the sermon series that we have during this Sundays. And I'm going to share with you this morning maybe my favorite person in the Old Testament. It's Joseph. It's one of those great guys in the Bible. When you read Genesis, the first book of the Bible, you realize that there are very, very important people in there. Abraham, Isaac, Adam. But Genesis spend more time talking about Joseph than anybody else. It's like a 15th chapter, just talking about him. It's very hard to find today a good hero. Sometimes when you see a hero in any area of your life, anywhere, then you find out there was something wrong with him. And it's hard to find people who follow today. It's hard to say, I want to be like Mike, or I want to be like this guy, I want to be like her, or I want to be like this guy. It's hard today to find those people to follow, and that you want to be like them. But Joseph is one of these guys that the Bible never say anything wrong about him. I'm sure it was a lot of stuff wrong about him, but the Bible doesn't say anything wrong about him. So that's why I want to share with you about his integrity. And the first thing that I want to share with you this morning is integrity is not about the people around you. Integrity doesn't depend on the behavior of others. We're living in the society that I call it's not my fault society. It's everybody's fault. It's not my fault. You see people because this person did this to me. My parent, they did this to me. Or my friend, they did this to me. Or my coworker, or my neighbors, or the government, or whatever it is. But it's very easy today to find people to say, it's not my fault, it's somebody's fault. It's not my fault. My behavior is because they did this to me. That don't have to do anything with the Bible. The Bible said that we are responsible for the way of living. And we are responsible for the way that we behave. It's not about others, it's about me. It's my personal relation with God, with Jesus, who make a difference in me. Let's try to see a little bit about the people around Joseph. First, the Bible says that his parents, including his father and his mom, he was a liar, a big liar. He lied to his father. He stayed his brother's place. His mom helped to do that. So the family was not a very good example for Joseph. Let's talk about his brothers. He has 10 brothers. My goodness, what a brothers, what a family. The Bible said that they took him and they choose between kill him or sell him as a slave. With brothers like that, why you want family? So they decide, we don't going to kill him. Let's try to sell him, and that way he's not going to die. Then he went from his brother to Potiphar's house, and then his wife make a big deal about it. His wife was a little happy woman, let's put it like this. And she tried to sleep with him, and he escaped. He ran from her. And then she created like a little novella or something like that. And he went from there to prison. Then when he get to prison, he found two guys in there. They were working for the king, and they helped them. They helped them to understand the dream that they have. And the Bible said that they forgot about him. They forgot about him. So when you see his life, you see it was person by person betray him. And the Bible said that he always was a hero with integrity. He never changed the way that he responded to anything. And that's what that means, the word integrity. Means that you are from, you have been made from one piece. You always respond, you always there in the same way. It doesn't matter what happened around you, or what the people do to you, or what the people did to you, or what the people doing to you. When you call yourself a Christian, that means you're going to respond with love, with mercy, with grace in any situation. It doesn't matter what people do to you, you're going to respond the same way. The problem that we have sometimes is that depend on the situation, it depends how we answer to those situations. When you see Jesus' life, he always responds in the same way. He's always always responding with love, with respect, with mercy, including in the cross. Including in any moment, Jesus always answers the same way. Integrity means I don't going to allow others to say how I'm going to behave. When you use others' mistake to make you own, that's not wise. When you say, they did this to me, they did wrong to me, and I'm going to do the same, or I'm going to do worse, that's not wise. The answer that we need to have is, I don't care what they did to me, I'm going to answer in the right way. I'm going to do everything for His glory. I'm going to do what God called me to do. I don't care what they did to me or what they're doing to me. What you call integrity. The Bible saying that we need to never get tired of doing good. Let me give you a very good example. The Bible said, husband, you need to love your wife. And a little down to that, say, wife, you need to respect your husband. He doesn't say in there, husband, you need to love your wife when she's happy and when she's nice to you and when she's doing whatever you want her to do. Doesn't say that. The Bible didn't teach you why you need to respect your husband when he deserves that, or when he's been good to you, or when he loves you. It doesn't say that. The Bible says that we need to love our wife anytime, any moment, in any situation. In the same way, the Bible said, wives, you need to respect your husband in any situation. It doesn't matter if the person deserves that or not. When the Bible calls us to do something, it's not that I feel that it's right to do it, or it's easy to do it. That's why when you get married, and you hand the preacher or the person who's doing the ceremony, and the person says, okay, repeat after me. I promise to be with you in the good and the bad, with money, without money, with help, with no help, whatever it is, and you say, I do. What you're saying there is, I promise to love this person when it's easy and when it's not. easy. Because we've been called to behave or to do the right thing because God called me to do it, not because the people around me doing the right thing. When you say, I'm doing wrong because they did wrong to me, you made them your master, not the Lord. And Joseph is one of these guys that is a very good example of this. So many people around him, so many people. Did so many things wrong around him. And he always responds in the right way. You call that integrity. And we are in need of that today, a lot. You find people that today they say something, and next day they say something different. You find people who promise you something today, and 2 weeks later, forget about what they say. You find people today, they say, Pastor, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be there, I'm going to be in this ministry, I'm going to go to my family group, I'm going to be there for them, and then 2 weeks later, you don't know, it's impossible to be found. We have people today that they promise to love somebody for forever, and then 5, 10, 15 years later, it's because I don't love her. I don't feel that I love him anymore. Love is not a feeling, it's a decision. To do the right thing is not a feeling, it's a decision. You decide, you say, I'm going to do it. My life is going to be for his glory. My life is going to be for his kingdom. My life is going to be to serve others. My life is going to be to love my wife. My life is going to be to guide my children to him. That's a decision. It's not a feeling. It's not that I feel that I'm going to behave well today. It's what I know that God called me to do. Yeah, feelings, they are very important. But be careful with feeling, because today I can feel great and tomorrow I can feel terrible. And that's the problem with feeling. It's like a roller coaster, one of those that you're going up and you're going down. The way that we behave depends the decision that I take in front of his presence. When I say, Lord, I promise you that I'm going to do everything that I can for your glory. I'm going to be faithful what you call me to do. You're always going to have somebody around you doing something wrong. You're always going to have the enemy planning something around you to destroy your spiritual life. You're always going to find an excuse to don't come to church, to don't go to your family group, to don't serve others, to don't be faithful to your wife or to your husband. It's always going to be a good excuse to do something like that. But when you are one piece, you understand that the response has to be the same every single time. What is good of temptation is the integrity. What is good of integrity is it's a very good protection for temptation. You respond, it's always the same. You always respond in the same way. Your mind is always set to glorify him. Your mind is always set to do what God called you to do. Then it doesn't matter what the enemy planned. The answer is going to be the same. Joseph is a very good example. When he was in that house, he was the manager of the house. He was working in there. He was everything was under his control. And the Potiphar wife came to him and said, "Look, I'm here, and this is free. You don't need to pay anything." The Bible said that Joseph ran from her. That's always a very good way to be in front of temptation, you better run from there. You don't want to play with fire because you're going to get burned. But look what the verse 9 said in there. At the end, Joseph said, I can't do this because it's going to be run in front of God. I think again, God. It's not about just your husband. It's not about me. It's not about whatever people are going to say. It's not about what people believe. It's about Him. I'm going to run from this. I'm going to run from you because I care about Him. And that's what integrity in God. You know, when you do your taxes, you don't know how many times people were doing my taxes say, but you need to put that in there. Yes, I have to put it in there. Because it's not about you, it's not about the government. I don't like to pay taxes, you know. It's not a funny thing to do, but it's about Him. I need to do what is right in front of Him. And integrity is always going to help you. It's always going to protect you, going to protect your family. Sometimes people believe that if we're doing wrong thing, then at the end it's going to be a very good answer. No. If we do it wrong, if we start everything wrong, if we're doing anything illegal, if we're doing anything in the wrong way, at the end, the solution of the end of this is not going to be right. People sometimes want their life to be right, but they've been doing wrong every time. And every time that they have to do any decision, every time that they have to decide something in their life, they take the shortcut, you know, the easy way. And then at the end, you say, why everything is wrong? Why I never have what I want? Why? My brother and sister, we've been calling to be holy. The Bible says, be holy because I am holy. Yeah, that's in the society that we live in today, that's not too famous. It's like oh no, those people, they are not, you know, they're not living in it today. I don't care what they say. I care what God said. We need to behave. It's not because it's good for me or it's good for my family. Yeah, it's good for me and it's good for my family. But in the first place, it's the right thing to do in front of Him. It's about Him. Every time that we have to take the decision, the first question that we need to do is, God, what do you want from me? It's not about me. It's about you. I'm living for you. You know, the Bible said that when you receive Jesus, when you ask Jesus to come to your heart, the Bible said that at that point, you become a holy person. Sanctification occurs in there. The blood of Jesus washed everything from you, everything from you. You become a holy person. And the word holy means separate from God. Separate to God. Dedicate to Him, just to Him. From that point forward, your life belongs to Him. From that point on, God look at you and said, this person belongs to me. He's a holy person. Because it's the only way that we can have a personal relationship with the holy, holy, holy one. And that's the problem that we have as a human being. I can't be holy by myself. That's why I need Jesus. That's why I need to understand that He died for me in the cross and He paid for every debt. That's the way that I can become a holy person. But the word holy doesn't mean that you have a little thing on the top of your head. That means that you're being separated from Him, dedicated to Him, just to Him. So I mean every time that going to take a decision, every time that I'm going to do something, my first question is, God, what you want me to do? I can't believe somebody calling me. That's the way that we decide what we're going to do. It's not about what is good for my finances. It's not what is good for my career. It's not what is good for me or for my. It's what is right in your present for you. What is God for you? What is right for your glory? And that's why we need to have integrity, because it's a very good protection. What is good about integrity too is that we know that God is always there. God never abandons a person with integrity. Let me come back to Joseph. He went from his brothers, his brothers sell him as a slave. He got to a Potiphar's house as a slave, and then he became a manager of the house. From there, the Bible said that he went to prison. You can see it there in the verse 21 and 22. And the Bible said that the Lord was with him. And then he became like a chief in the prison. The Bible said that the person in charge of the prison gave him the whole authority to be there to control everyone in the prison. And then from the prison he went to the government, and he became the first ministry in the government. He take control of everything. Person give him the Pharaoh give him the authority to be in charge of everything. So you want God to be next to you? You want God to bless you in everything that we're going to do? We need integrity. We need to respond in the way that Joseph did. Sometimes people say, God is not here with me. Or I don't feel that God is around me. Or where is God when I was doing this? And sometimes God said, you never count on me. You never talk to me. You never involve me in what you're doing. What do you want me now? Every time that you respond, every time that you did something, it didn't have anything to do with that. So, what do you call me now? Very funny how people deny God, how people forgot about God. And then when something happened, when something terrible happened, the first question that everybody has is, where is God? Why God allowed this? If you want God to be involved in your life, you need to involve Him in everything that we do. It's not just in the moment that I like. It's not just in the moment that I feel right. It's not just in the 3 or 4 hours on Sunday. He needs to be in the center of everything that we do. And every time that we do, it doesn't mean that we're going to make a mistake. It doesn't mean that we're going to do everything right. It doesn't mean that. We are not perfect. We are not. And God don't expect us to be perfect. God just wants us to have fear for Him. God just wants us to be sure that everything that we're going to do, somehow we're going to say, Lord, I want you to do your will. Sometimes we're going to make mistakes. Be holy doesn't mean we are perfect. Be holy means we become holy because what He did in the cross. But I guarantee you, and not just me. He guarantees you that He's going to be with you every time. When we do that, with Joseph's life, God was always there. The Bible said that his brother put them in a very deep hole. God was there. The Bible said that his brothers sell him as a slave. God was there. The Bible said that he took him to prison for 2 years. God was there. Because Joseph always said, God is here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to answer this. I'm going to have anything against my brothers or anything against this woman. I'm going to have anything in my heart against this because God is in control. And that's what I'm going to tell you to finish today. A person with integrity knows that God is in control. I encourage you to read the whole story, Joseph. It's a great story. It's a great story. It's something that every time that I read it, I get emotional. It's something that I say, wow, it's incredible. The Bible said that he was in charge of everything in the most powerful country on earth at that point. He was controlling everything. He knew that they're going to have 7 years of a lot of stuff, everything going to be good, everything going to be fine, the economy going to be great. And then he knew that going to have 7 other years that going to be like a big situation with the economy that couldn't produce anything. So everybody going to be hungry and everybody going to be in trouble. So he prepared the whole country to confront those days. And the Bible said that in the first, when he was there doing the whole thing, the brother came. And when he sold them, the Bible said that his heart went, he started crying. He went to the back. He started crying for his brother. And you need to read the whole story. But at the end, he took his brother to his house. The Bible said that he made a meal for them. And then the Bible said that he started crying, that everybody heard. The answer is there in Genesis 45, when he's revealed to his brother and said, look, I'm Joseph. I can only imagine that group in there. 20-something years later, to look at your brother, the brother that you did sell as a slave, the brother that you tell your father that he was dead, the brother you didn't want him to succeed because you didn't like him, then now he's the most important person. Now he's the person that is the only one who can help you to go through this. I can only imagine their faces. But the Bible said that Joseph went and hugged them and cried with them, specifically with the little one, with Benjamin, because it was his brother from the same father and the same mother. But the answer that he have in verse 5, he say, don't worry, because God sent me ahead of you. He didn't tell them, I want to kill you. Why you did that to me? Now I have the power to put you in prison. Now you're going to pay me what you did to me? The answer was God did this. He said the same thing in the verse 7. said, but God sent me ahead of you to preserve. He bring the whole family to Egypt. 72 people came. 400 years later, 1.5 million came out. And a nation, he was born. Really thinking about him. He was a manager in a house, and then something happened, something that was not fair. Take him to prison. He came as a slave, become a manager in the house, and then from there he went to prison because somebody did something wrong to him. Everybody forgot about him in prison. Then God take him and put him as the first and the most important person in the country. Sometimes God take our situation and give me something better. You know, he become from a slave to the manager of the house. And then for some reason, he went from there to prison. I was thinking about that situation. I said, Lord, how many times in life we say, why you take that from me? Why I was fine there. That was a good position. I was the manager in the house. I was happy about that. You know, I was a slave before, and now I become a master in the house. I was fine there. Why you take that from me? And then you take everything from me, and now I'm even lower than that. I'm in the I'm worse than that now. Why you take that from me? A person with integrity, a person who is always have faith in the Lord, that person knows that God has something else. He become from a prisoner to the most important person in Egypt. I don't know what is your specific situation. I don't really know where are you right now? You're a slave or something, or you are the manager of the house, or you are in prison, or what is your situation in life? I don't know. I don't really know. But I want to tell you something this morning. God is in control of any of those steps in your life. It doesn't matter you are a slave, or you are a manager in the house, or you are in prison. God has something for you. God wants to use you for His glory. And the only answer that we need to have is, I know that God, He brought me here. And He has something. He's planning something. He has something else to do. Don't worry about it. I don't care how people behave around me. I don't care what they did to me. I know my life belongs to Him. I have a very good plan for me. We just think I'm not a slave anymore. I'm a child of God. God loves you more than I can love my children. And I love my children. I really love them, but I know that God loves me more than that. God loves me more than that. And God loves you more than that. I don't know where you are right now. You are a slave, or you are the manager of the house, or you are in prison, or you are on the way to be the first ministry of the country. But whatever those positions mean to you, God is in control. God is there. God never on vacation. He's never take vacation. And God wants to to do something amazing with your life. God wants to use you for His glory. God wants you to be a tool in His hand for His glory. Just to make a difference in the whole story of His country. Because Him, then the people Israel become a nation. He make a big difference. You and me, we've been calling to make a big difference in His hand for His glory.